Just like his face, in his way, shining every way, getting better every day. See the lights are burning, it's a pleasant place for me, for me. Yeah, I get to heritage, that's a piece of my father. So I said to the face, over here, over to put the rubber and the end, nothing to hold back, I can't stop to end, I'm a total end, I'm nothing to hold back, I'm never. I said, what did he do? When I see them push, I see the difference between the liquid and the one that I'm fantasy. Oh, you could be made good, so you what can it do? Before money, you come with it. I'm cool, not by law, not by might, but by the spirit of the living God. Anything is possible, because now we used to be. We have moved, I said we have moved. Not by law, not by might, not by might, but by the spirit of the living God. Anything is possible, because now we used to be. We have moved, we have moved, we have moved. Not by law, not by might, not by might, not by might, but by the spirit of the living God. Anything is possible, because now we used to be. We are moved, I said we are moved, yes, we got every day. We got every day, we got every day. We got every day, every day. We take it over, we get it, we got every day. We get it, we got it, we get it, we got it. No limitations, we get it, we got it.
Available as either a pre-filled syringe for in-office administration or as a pen for at-home administration. Asemra enables you to choose an option that is right for your patients.
Right now at Mattress Firm, upgrade your sleep and save up to $400 on our best brands. Plus, get a free adjustable
Are you here with us? Okay. I can hear you, Mr. John. Can you hear me now? I'm unmuted now. So we need people to be on board. Hello, good evening, everyone. Can you hear me?
Yes.
Can you hear me? Hello? Can you hear me?
Yes, I can hear you.
Okay, great. I just wanted to make sure.
Elections were held in all 20 local government and 37 local council development areas of the state. Justice Ayotune Phillips, at his briefing, said measures have been put in place to ensure the smooth conduct of the grassroots.
Okay, so while we're waiting for our speaker, who is going to be joining us in less than 10-15 minutes, we had over 30 people register for this event, and I'm wondering why we don't have everybody here. I mean, for the record, there is no replay. Please join live and listen live. And so everybody who has signed up for this event should be here. There will be what? There will be no replay. This recording that I'm recording is to be sold though. I'm selling this recording as an independent product. So if you want to gain as much as you can, guys, join live. Everyone should be joining live. Everyone should be joining live. I don't think Mr. Ebitoye is. Please make sure you do what you have to do. Be on this platform right now. All right, so while we're waiting for the speaker, I'd like to say hi, everybody. My name is Bisola Miriam, and I'm super excited. I'm so happy and grateful to be having you all here. It's so unfortunate that, I mean, out of over 30 people, or close to 40, we only have about 10 in the meeting. I believe that others will join with time. But the idea of coming to such an event as this is to join and listen live. Is to join and listen live, not to be in the crowd. This is a masterclass. Yes, we decided not to record it on the Facebook group because we wanted this to be really engaging. Wanted you to, I mean, vibrate and hear the vibration of the speakers. Let them also hear you vibrating while they are speaking. And the idea is, the reason why we also did not stream this on the Facebook group is because this is going to be a course content on its own.
this is going to be a course content on its own. But for people who are maybe far away out of Africa in a very different time zone, who have reached out to me specifically in the past that, oh, for one reason or the other, they will not be able to come live, I have granted such people's request, and so they would have access to the replay on my YouTube channel. Now, my YouTube channel's link is a public link, but I have customized it in such a way that the replay is accessible to only those I invite to have access to the replay. So they will only get to watch that content, or the recordings rather, on YouTube on a private, as a private content, I mean, as it were. So if you are here listening live, you don't belong to that category of people who would get access to the replay, right? Because we chose a time zone that works for those in Africa. Secondly, have your notes and your pen with you. This is an opportunity to pick the brain of these masterminds as much as you can. You might never get this chance twice. I'm not cursing, I'm just stating the truth that we need to. The person who is saying there is no audio, I probably will say that the person has issues with his or her microphone. If you can hear me, let me know. For those who cannot hear, I would recommend that they log out and log in again. Log out and log in again, please.
Hello.
Yay! Sam Onaivi in the building. Glory. You know, when they say that's how the thief will come in the night, and that's how allowed to be dropping in people's bank account without them knowing. And that is the idea behind profiting in millions, like a miracle that will just hit you without you realizing it. So our speaker hit us without us realizing it, like Obi Kubana hit them in Nigeria. Is it Abia or Aba? I don't even know.
I couldn't join to catch the audio.
Was it in
Hello?
Anambra, or where was it? We're so happy to have you. Thank you so much for joining us. Can you hear me?
Yeah. Yes, I can. I can hear you.
Okay, great. So you have the floor.
I can hear you.
You have the floor, coach.
I can hear you. Good evening. Good evening, everybody. Good evening. Good to have you here.
Everyone, if you can hear him, unmute yourself and say good evening. Amis, for the welcome part.
Good evening and welcome.
Good evening. Good evening, sir. You're welcome.
So we had over 30 people sign up for this event. But unfortunately, we have only 50% of them on Zoom. So we believe for one reason or the other, some are not here, or perhaps they will join as we go along.
Okay, that's fine then. I think we can just get started. Am I the host?
I can make you a co-host, so you can share.
I think I'd like to share.
Okay, so I just made you a host.
A slide, if that is.
I will stop sharing mine. Are you good to go?
Okay. So
are you ready? So I can stop sharing from my end.
Hold on. Okay, yes, I'm good to go.
Awesome.
Okay, so okay. All right. Can you see my...
Please be muted. If you're not speaking, be muted. Let me make Abigail, please mute anybody who is disturbing, or check them out if you need to. I think I already made Madam Chinwe. I'm not sure if Madam Chinwe is here. So I'm going to.
Okay, Can we see my screen?
Yes, sir.
I hope we can see the screen now. So
Yes,
okay,
sir.
yeah, we can just drop our chat and then let's take it up from here. Okay, so in
Please
the
engage
next,
in the chat room. Make this alive, guys.
yes, I'm going to be checking the chat to see, and then of course if you cannot hear, you can always come to the chat. I'm sure Bisola will be checking to notify us, or a class monitor if there's any. All right, so let's get started. In the next 45 minutes to 1 hour, I should be done with the presentation. I'm going to try to make it as brief as possible, but also as educative as I can make it. So the topic is building hypnotic websites. And then if you see what I've done there, it's quite tricky. I struck out the website and I did write landing page underneath, because a lot of times people confuse a website with a landing page, but they are basically the same thing. They are basically the same thing. A website and a landing page are basically the same thing. In fact, people will normally define a landing page as a website. So you cannot have a website if you do not have a landing page. So a website is basically a landing page. So what's a landing page? It is just the home of your site. So you can say your online office or your online home. Basically, that's how I like to define it. It's like I have an office, but it is online. So it's like my a website is my online space. If I want to go into the real definition, right, so we might start talking about a bit of IT. So let's not bother ourselves with that. Of course, we know what the website is. So if we are talking about of course, we say www.jumia.com, and you enter that, it's going to take you to a page that is basically a website. Now, that page where it lands you on is your landing page. So if I have a website that says maybe www.bisolaobian.com, wherever that domain, wherever that address takes me to, is the landing page. That is my landing page, because that is where I am landing from, the URL that I typed in or the link that I click on. So now we have, of course, I can bet your website was a mistake after all, because definitely a lot of people just build websites without really knowing what they are doing. I mean, people just build websites because they say, okay, you need to have a website, because in this day and age, it is not heard of that your business is not on the internet. So you want to have a website. I want to build a website and have my business there. And of course, I've seen a lot of people come to build websites, and after the first year, they're not able to maintain it. Some just have the website and they don't
Just hold on a moment. It will return soon. I guess there's a network interruption from his end. Thank you. Welcome back. Uh-oh. You're muted. Okay, great.
Okay, I think I'm back on now.
Yes,
Yeah.
yes.
Okay, I hope everybody can hear me. I hope everyone can hear me.
I can hear you, and I believe they can all hear you.
Okay, okay. So if you can't hear, just make use of the chat box. I'm sorry, the network is not so good tonight, so we're going to be trying. Of course, a bit of struggles, but of course, yeah, we'll get through by the grace of God. So yeah, oh, I need a website. That's what people usually talk about. I need a website. It's just like I was saying before I went off. People just want to have a website for the sake of having it, but there are very pertinent questions that you must ask before you go ahead to start talking about having a website. There are very pertinent questions you must ask. I've defined or I've told. Okay, hello, can you hear me?
Yes, yes.
Okay. My internet was hanging again, but I think it's back on now. Okay, so yeah, first things first. There are a few questions you must answer before you go ahead to start building a website. And if you are a web designer, there are a few questions that you would want to ask before or when you are taking a web design project. I believe most of us here want to learn how to build websites, want to understand the processes that goes into building a website. So it's very important to mention that you will not be able to learn that here, but the things you are going to learn here are going to be the stepping stones for you to go into building or learning how to build websites. These are the very fundamental things you need to learn. I mean, for me, I did not know these things when I was learning. I had to learn them on my own, and then experience, of course, they say is how do they say that thing, of course, but I learned by experience some of the very difficult things. And then the questions are, why do you need a website? That's the very first question. So somebody comes to you to say, I want to build a website. The first question should be, why do you need this website? What do you want a website for? For some people, they just want to have a website where I can say I have a website, I am on the internet, like I said before. And then for some other people, they really want to have a website so they can increase their sales. And that is what we'll be talking about here, websites that convert. It is very important that if you are going to build a website, you are setting out with a purpose in mind, why I need a website. Now, for some people or for some brands, the reason why they want to get a website is so that they can get people to take immediate action once they land on their website. And for me, that's always a priority. Once people land on your website, I want them to be able to take immediate action. I want them to be able to land on that website and say, okay, this is what I want. I'm getting what I want as soon as I'm landing on the website. So you must first define the purpose for you having a website. And then the next question, who are your audience? Now, this looks like a question that doesn't really matter in web design, but it is very, very important. As much as it is important in business, so it is in web design. Who are your audience? Because for you to build a website that is hypnotic, you must first of all define who the people are that are going to be visiting the website. Who am I building this thing for? Who am I designing this thing for? If I'm building a sales page, who am I expecting to interact with my sales page? Who am I expecting to come visiting? And then if you are able to define those things clearly, a lot of things are going to be falling in place for you. I mean, you cannot be building a website for say teenagers and then make it look like an adult classic kind of website. All these things come into consideration when you build a website. And the next question, what functionalities do I want to have on this website? If you are taking a web design project with me, one of the first things I'm going to very likely ask you is, what are the functionalities you want to have on this website? What do you want to be able to do on it? Do I want a website where I can just go on and chat with people as soon as I land on it? Do I want a website where people can directly connect with me via WhatsApp? Or do I want a website where people can just come on and schedule appointment with me, and then I get automatic emails or notifications that somebody is scheduling an appointment, or all of that? It is very important to define the functionalities of your website. Whatever you want your website to be able to do for you, you must start first by defining those functionalities, spell them out, make them very clear. Just like the scripture says, write the vision down, make it clear so that they will see that wrong with it. Of course, it applies here to what are your brand colors. That's the last question I'd normally ask. What are your brand colors? Now, like I usually tell clients who are coming to build web, or coming to me to design websites for them, one of the things I usually tell them, or one of the things I hear very often, is I want a very beautiful website. And I tell people that in this part of the world, we are very flashy people. We like it when the thing is looking flamboyant. So for us, that is when we can say that I have something. I mean, this thing is, how do we say it? It is dope. It's top notch. It's classy because it is looking flamboyant. And then when we talk about flamboyance, what are we talking about? We're basically talking about a splash of colors. So I just want to have a splash of beautiful colors. And then people rarely put into consideration their brand colors. And so you go to a website, and then you see the business brand color is different from the colors you are seeing on the website. Partly, this is partly a problem with the clients, but it is mostly a problem with the website designer. I mean, a lot of designers just pick up a project and then begin to work on it, not knowing of the basics, or what pertinent questions to ask. So yeah, there are a few websites I would like us to quickly analyze, because if I want to be talking about these things, we may not get them. So let's do a few, or a quick analysis of some of these websites. So the top choices for me are Domino's Pizza, Cold Stone, and of course our very own study abroad website, and then Leeds. I see Bisola raising her head to see. Okay, so if we get to her website.
Let's not go there. I still didn't learn work.
Okay. Oh, we'll have to go there. You don't have a choice. All right, so let's of course, you are learning, and I want them to see the progress you have made so far.
Yeah, that
I
makes
want them
sense.
to see the progress you have made so far. So we are able to okay, I hope I can share my screen from here too. Okay, Domino's Pizza, let me okay. Just a moment. Let's get study abroad website ready, and then okay, let me go ahead to start presenting. Okay, I'll share my screen now, so we can do a quick analysis of some of the websites we have here. Okay, so this is not completely opening. I don't know why. Like to refresh that and see. I hope it comes on quickly. Okay. Oh yeah, so we have it now. The first website I'd like to analyze is Domino's Pizza. So one of the things I want us to note in this website is that, excuse me, the moment we landed on the website, it tells us what they want us to do. Excuse me. So the moment we landed on this website, it instantly tells us what it wants us to do. Now, this website is not the traditional flashy kind of website, the kind of website you want to look at and say, oh, it's colorful, it's flashy. This is not that kind of website, but this website delivers on the purpose why it was set up. You know, one of the questions I said we'll ask every time we're starting the website project is the purpose of the website. Why do I need a website? Now, for me, this website goes very far in defining that. But first of all, if we look at the very top, okay, not on the menu bar, but at the very top where my mouse is, the first thing we are seeing is start your order, because for Domino's Pizza, what they want is for you to start your order. Just come in and take orders. Just come in and we just want you to buy.
Please be muted.
Can you hear me? Hope we can all hear me. Hope we are following. So if we are following, please drop a hi in the chat box. Let me know that you are keeping up with us. Let me know that you are following. So okay. There's somebody there. If you're still with us, let me know. Drop an hi. Let me know you are still following us. Okay, let me know you are still with us. Okay. The number is going up. All right. Okay, yeah. So let's continue. The first thing they want you to do is just come here and make your orders. So that's why we have that on the very top of the page. So as soon as I land on this page, before my eye catches any other thing, I'm seeing those two red buttons standing right in front of my eyes, and it says start your order. So I am going to click on, if I want to make an order, all I need to do is to click on any of these buttons, delivery or carry out, and my order is on the way to get to me. So this is a purposefully designed website. Now, if you scroll down a bit, on a lot of our website, a lot of the websites we see around us, one of the first things we see is this part of the website, this whole banner that's talking about a whole lot of different things. This is the very first thing we see in a lot of websites, but this is not the purpose for Domino's Pizza. And then, of course, I'm going to show you how to use this part of the website. If this is all you want to have on your web on the landing page of your website, I'm going to show you how to work around that. But for Domino's, this is not what they want. So this comes second, as not as a priority. So it means that they have everything well and properly written out. So it's easy for you to look through. Now, in graphics design or in mobile photography, there's what they call the rule of thirds. And if you look at it here, they have, whoever designed this banner has wisely used or applied that rule, the rule of thirds. The rule of thirds simply means that if I have, like the way this banner is, or if I want to make a design on this banner, all I need to do is first divide the banner into 3 equal halves, into 3 equal parts, 1, 2, 3. And then I pick the third part of it and then make that place my area of concentration. And that is what these people have done here. If you look at this banner, they have decided to move their text and the most important part of the text to one side of the banner. So this is not distracting, as we will be seeing in the next website we will be analyzing. This is not distracting. This is quite straight to the point. So as soon as I land here, my eyes is focusing on what the text, what is written there. Double awoof, enjoy.
I think network is giving us headache here. I definitely believe it will join us soon again. I don't know if it is Zoom or perhaps tomorrow we just move to StreamYard. I'm really trying to see how this will play out. Do you think it's Zoom? If it was StreamYard, would it have been better? I can't hear you. Yeah, it's network. But that does not happen with StreamYard. So I was wondering if we could switch to StreamYard tomorrow. Nigerian network. It's not Nigerian. No. You're muted. Let me see if I can ask him to unmute.
Oh, okay.
You are muted, but we
I'm
can hear
back on,
you now.
right?
Yes, we
I'm
can
back
hear
on.
you now. Mm-hmm.
Okay. So I hope you can hear me.
Yes.
Hello.
Am I the only one who can hear him? Who else can hear him?
Who can hear?
I can hear you. I think they are dropping
Who
chats. They
cannot
can
hear
hear you.
me? Let's
They can hear you. Please
okay.
drop follow in the
Okay.
comments, guys, or use
I'm just gonna see if I
emojis.
have to move.
Follow in the comments or use emojis.
Okay.
And let us all be muted. I'm going to shut my video now so we can focus and get back.
Okay. Okay. Oh, okay. All right, then let's let's continue. I'm still looking at my time here because I made a promise, so I'm going to try to keep up to my promise. Okay, so we're talking about the banner, and then if you see what they have done here, it makes for concentration. So it makes it easy for me to concentrate. I'm able to just focus on one side of the banner because they have concentrated the most important information on one side of the banner. Now we are going to have a clearer picture of this when we get to Bisola's website. You're going to be seeing what we did there and how we played around that. Now, scrolling down your website reveals the less important parts of your website. So the least important aspects of the website are the ones that should be down. The most important are the ones that should be on top. And basically, the most important part of your website should be directing people to take an action. That's what we call CTA, call to action. Make them take an action, make them do something on your website. I don't want people to come to my website and what they are seeing is beauty and then nothing is telling them to do anything. I want somebody to come to land on my website and instantly get glued to the website. I might not be telling them to click a button, but I might be saying something that will make them scroll down to read something else on the website, as will be seen in some of the other websites we will be analyzing. And of course, I talked about your colors in web design. This is basically what has happened here. If you look at this, is perfectly professional. The Domino's brand is blue, white, and red, and that is exactly what they have played with around this place. There's a red call to action button. Their blue color is on the banner, and then of course the white background just makes this website clean, simple. There's no much noise, nothing. They're not too much, no more drama happening here. And of course, these are very important, although they are not clickable, but this tells you that I am on a verifiable website. I'm on a I am on an authentic website, basically. So that's why they have these things. It's not like if they don't have them, it's really going to make any difference. So I'm going to try to, I hope I can remove this part of my, okay, so let's move on to the next website. The next is Cold Stone. Let's analyze Cold Stone and let's see some very interesting things here that we'll be talking about. Now, Cold Stone is a professional brand, is a well-known brand, an established brand, but this website for me doesn't meet up to the very top standards of a professional web design, not because it is not it has not been properly designed, but because when it comes to taking action, when it comes to driving making people take action, they have gotten it well, they've gotten it quite all right, but not they didn't make it as explicit as it would have been. And then Of course, the moment you land on this website, you are seeing the brand Old Stone, and then you are seeing this banner that is standing right in front of you. And of course, on this banner, one of my challenge with this banner really is that it is too distracting. One of my challenge with this banner is that it is too distracting. So one of the lessons we learn from here is that when you are designing a banner for your website, don't make it too lousy. Try to minimize the details on the banner. If I was to use an image on this website or on this banner, I probably would just stick to the two cones of ice cream in the middle. Can we mute our mics, please? Can we mute our mics? There's somebody.
Who is this? Abigail, kindly.
There's somebody's mic. That's
Oh boy.
okay.
Let me see.
Okay.
Something.
Okay, can we go on now? Can we go on? If you are still here, let me know by typing a hi in the chat box. Let me know by typing a hi in the chat box if we are still here, if you're still with me, or if I've lost you, let me know too. Yeah. Okay. Okay, so let's go on. So it's a bit distracting, the banner we have here on this website, because it's not making me focus. The moment I land on this website, I am not able to instantly say this is what I want to do, because on this banner there's a 6 new amazing flavors that is calling my attention. There's a very lousy more love menu that's calling my attention. There's a new creamier and smoother, okay, creamier and smoother, that is calling my attention. And then there is this variety of cold stone images and then cone ice cream that's just calling my attention. And then to make it worse, these things are sitting on a gray background, more lousy. And then on to one corner, to one side of the banner, I'm seeing two buttons that says delivery and says pickup. What is that about? Delivery, pickup. What am I supposed to do? Okay, supposing I'm just landing on this website and I don't know what to do, what do they expect me to do? I supposing I don't even know that these are call to action buttons, because they really do not look like call to action buttons. What do I do? I'm likely just going to skip it and go on, because I'm looking at it like this is graphics, because there's so much going on this banner alone for me to think that this is a standout. But if you go back to what Domino's Pizza did, it is very explicit. Start your order. This instruction is very important, especially when it comes to user interface. I mean, user experience, UX. When it comes to UX design, this is very important. You must be able to make explanations, and you must be able to break it down in the simplest terms for people to understand. Don't assume that they know what you're trying to see. Don't assume that they understand what I want them to do. People don't understand. A lot of times people need to be told, especially when their money is involved. And in this part of the world, we are still not so free with this internet thing. Some people still think that the moment I click on delivery now, somebody can just enter my ATM and start packing my money, and I'll just be getting debit alert, debit alert, debit alert. I mean, there are people who still think that way. So you have to be very explicit. You have to be straight to the point. You have to be concise about telling people what you want them to do. Now, for me, instead of making all this noise, I'm talking about 6 new amazing flavors, more, you just can't do everything on one page. Focus on one thing. Focus on one thing. If you are a brand that deals on a variety of things, maybe let's say Bisola is a study abroad consultant, and of course she teaches people how to profit in millions, how to make Hello?
You.
Are you with me?
Yes, we can. We're here.
Okay, I am so sorry. I mean, this is the best I can use. This is the best. MTN is worse off tonight. I can't even think of going that way.
We
So
got
let's
this.
please bear with. Yes, we got this. We got this. So please bear with me, and we'll be done in no distant time from now. So yeah, okay, so like I was saying, if we go to okay, Bisola does a couple of things, but on her website, we try as much as possible to just talk about one thing. There's one thing that we want to use, maybe read about other things. But first of all, I want you to stay on my website. Now, if Cold Stone has a competition in Nigeria who are able to build their websites and maybe probably build a brand that will compete favorably with them, they are very likely to be losing online customers to that other brand, especially if they get it right in their web design. I mean, this is good, but this is not good enough. This could have been better. Now, if you go down here, the same thing I was talking about, there's, like I explained in the first, there's the rule of thirds. You can't just have, if I was going to have these write-ups on the banner, I'm just likely going to put them on one side. But of course, right now it doesn't really look like it is necessary. Maybe one or two of them, or two of them would have been necessary, but not all of them. And of course, I should have been able to tell people what I want them to do with these buttons, not just deliver and pick up. Deliver and pick up. No, no, no. I should be able to say, okay, I want to do this. Then go ahead and click this, and then go ahead and click this to pick up. And then, of course, promotions. This is quite straightforward, but again, in the rule of graphics design, this is still a no-no for me. I mean, this is too lousy. Let's forget that we're trying to create an excitement around the brand, because Cold Stone is an exciting brand as it is, but of course, there's a way you can do these things that it becomes a bit clearer and then more concise for your viewers. And then this is another part where I really had a concern when I was analyzing this website. Favorite menus. Now, this doesn't apply to this website alone. I'm just trying to use these things as examples to yours, so that when you're building your own website, or when you're building a website for a client, you should be able to tell what you want and what you don't want on the website. For me, I think that okay, we have somebody. Can we mute our mics, please? Let's not forget to mute our mics. Okay, so I think for me personally, I think that um um it's not about the picture, but how you present the picture. That's what matters. It's not just about I have a beautiful picture. It's also about how you present the picture. If I was going to have this picture, I probably should have these pictures around a dark colored background, so that they are popped out a bit. Okay, this the one in the middle, the strawberry ice cream, is what color is that? Is that pink or something? I don't know. I'm not too good with colors, even though I'm a web. Interestingly, I'm not too good with identifying colors. But then I think this shouldn't be sitting on a white background, because there's no contrast. You want to be able to create contrast in such a way that people get more attracted to the images you have on your site. And then, of course, this part of the website would have been totally unnecessary for me. I mean, this is totally useless. I don't know why I should have this on the front page of my website. Maybe take it inside, because it is
Now,
really not
wow.
teaching me.
Without the money, we then they make.
We move on to the very last website we're going to be analyzing. Analyzing, yeah. And
All
then,
right, sir.
of course, here we are. Here we are. Our very own website. So if you can see the website, just leave me a hi, drop a hi on the comment on the chat box if you can see the website.
I can see my website.
You can see the website. Drop a hi on the chat box.
Now only me they drop
drop a hi on the chat box if you can see.
Okay, two more eyes. You guys should drop the eye. Drop the eye.
Yeah.
Okay, great. The eyes are coming in.
I didn't get that.
I said the eyes are coming in.
Yes, I can see there are a lot of them coming in now. Okay, so we have a very, very simple website here. We have a very, very simple website. And of course, we are going to scroll down. Don't worry. That's where the, as Yorubas will say, Ashiri. That's where the Ashiri is. Don't be surprised. I speak a bit of Yoruba.
The
So
secret.
that's where the Ashiri of the website is, the secret of the website. That's where, so we are going to see what she has been able to achieve with the training. And of course, it is very important to emphasize. I mean, I think we spent about, okay, so before we moved to this particular builder, after we moved to this particular builder, I think we spent about 2 weeks or so to build this using Elementor, right?
Yes.
If I'm not mistaken, I think about 2 weeks when we started using Elementor, if I'm not mistaken. So yes, it was faster for us, and then she followed quickly, and then that was easier for her to use. Of course, I'm going to go into that story eventually. So yeah, so this is the website. We have a simple landing page here. We just wanted to keep it home because it is still under development. We might still have some other menu come in eventually, but for now, we just have the home, and then we have the brand name here, Bisola Miriam. And of course, the banner, we are using a banner here, but interestingly, we are using a banner and then we are not using a call to action because our call to action is a bit tricky here. We want people to stay on the website. Excuse me. We want people to remain here. We want people to find out more. So it says, hi, I'm Bisola Miriam Obian. I can help you secure full funded, I think that should be fully, I always make that mistake. I don't know why that, fully funded scholarship and relocate abroad effortlessly. So one of the reasons why a lot of people, the primary reasons why a lot of people want to relocate abroad, want to get fully funded scholarship is because they want to relocate abroad. Let's tell ourselves the truth. It's not because we like book like that. If I want to go abroad now, it is not because I like book. It is because I want to japa, I want to port. That's why I'm going to, that's why I'm going to be trying to get full funded scholarship. And of course, yeah, there are people who genuinely want to just go there and get full funded or fully funded scholarships and then probably come back or remain there. But I mean, for most of us, people just want to live here. And so that's what we capitalized on. We capitalized on that one alone. And the catchphrase here is fully funded scholarship, because a lot of people don't have the money to secure scholarships that are not fully funded. A lot of people don't have the funds to fund their scholarship. They don't have the money to fund their scholarship or their travel abroad studies on their own. So most people want to use full funded scholarships. And so we are capitalizing on that full funded scholarship. And then we are also capitalizing on and relocate abroad effortlessly, because we understand that if you are using agents, it's going to take you a lot of work. It's going to take a lot of work, and a lot of times it fails. A lot of times you still don't get the scholarship. So that's what we capitalize on here. And then when this is done, one of the things you're going to be trying to do is to direct people to scroll down, because yes, we have captured them here. They want to see more. So naturally, the next thing somebody wants to do is to scroll and let me get more information. But I'm going to make it easy for them. We are going to make it easy for them by putting an arrow that says, yeah, scroll down, scroll down. There's still more. The information you want is right underneath. And of course, there's that beautiful picture of our very own Bisola here. The moment you're landing on this website, the picture catches your attention, and then there's a red part that's like, okay, this thing is calling me. The red is popping out. Let me see it. So that's the thing about color psychology. Every time you see call to action buttons, most of the time they are usually red. You know, all those pages you enter and they say click this thing to buy, click to make payment. Most of the time, a lot of times they are red, because that red is a psychology that plays on the mind of people to make them want to click on it. This thing is popping out of that thing. Let me see what is there. You get so here now. If you scroll down, then you begin to have a bit more detail. So it says, okay, watch this video. When by the time we are done with this design, you should be able to create a graphic cover for this video, so that you're not seeing Bisola's face as it is. We are going to be seeing a graphic that captures or that talks to us about what this video is about, so people can click on it
like a thumbnail
and then watch it. And then of course there's
like a thumbnail.
yeah, thumbnail. Yeah, a thumbnail. Yeah, yes, exactly. You got that.
I don't do YouTube class now. I don't go pay money for YouTube challenge. We need to. As I went for a YouTube class last 2 weeks, a few days ago.
Oh my God, very, very interesting. Are you still there? Hello? Hello?
So unmute yourself and say hi.
Hello,
if you need
can you
do
hear
that. Me? Yes, I can hear you.
Hello?
I think they can.
Okay.
Hi.
They don't show you say them day house.
Okay. Okay, so if you look to the right of the screen, we have a little information that says, you know, I know you want to relocate abroad without getting scammed or paying a lot of money to agents who won't give you results. If you really want this dream to become a reality, book a free call with me right now. So there's a call to action that says, click here to call now. Click here to call. Some people will just put click here. It is still wrong. You need to be able to spell it out. Like I said earlier, you need to break it down, be as simple as possible. Don't assume that they will know. Make it simple. Make it simple. Don't assume that people will.
Can everyone be muted?
Yeah.
That was just to say hi. Okay, I guess they are all muted now. They are muted.
Yeah, I think there is okay. So yeah, this call to action button tells us precisely what she wants us to do, what the owner of the website wants us to do. Click here to call now. Now, when you click on that button, it may not necessarily start to dial a phone number, but I mean, it's going to lead you into something that's going to give you a chance to eventually make a phone call or get the contact of the person, or probably link up on WhatsApp or something. Or also, it could also lead you to scheduling a call with her. So you have a free clarity call with her when you click on that. And then of course there's a part where we have what people are saying. Now this is a very simple landing page. We just wanted to keep it simple, and then you can see this is a testimony. Of course, if you come to this website and you're not still sure of what you are hearing, you come down and see what people are saying, people that have used it, that have tried hard, that have called Bisola and that have succeeded. I must mention here also that there are people who have used it and are succeeding. I mean, just her clarity calls. I think she had a free book that people even used and were making money until she decided to start selling that book. I mean, people were getting success with a free book, in fact. So I mean, I'm just trying to tell you that you can trust her to get this thing done for you. So these are testimonies of people that have done it and that have succeeded. And of course, these are partners. These are those people that have worked with her. This website is still very much under construction, or else the font we are having here is different from the font we have here, and that should never be. Your fonts must be the same. Your headers must be the same. Your colors must align. So we are going to be using blue. We are going to be stealing. Now, of course, the reason why we have blue and red here is because if you see the Study Abroad logo, it has blue, it has red, it has yellow, and I think it has green too. But we're not using all of those colors here. We're just picking some of them to use. That's why we have blue, and blue. And of course, this banner here is not representing the real blue. So that's going to still change to the actual shade, the actual shade of the blue on her logo. That's how intentional you have to be when it comes to branding. Branding is not just about a splash of colors, it's about the precision in branding. So that if I go to somewhere else and I see Bisola Mariam and I see the colors, and I come to your website and I see Bisola Mariam and I see the colors, I should be able to link the both of them together. I should be able to say, yes, this is the same person. You don't see Coca-Cola write their Coca-Cola with red on one side, and then you see them write it with purple on another surface. It is always red or white. The worst is black, and I think I've rarely seen black. I'm not sure I've seen it very often. Maybe on the bottles, the colorless bottles, I'm not sure. But the worst you see is black, red, white, black, because that's their color. So you can have your logo, you can have your colors in the shade of white or black, but you must have that default color of the brand, whether red, purple, or whatever. So don't just come into your website and begin to throw colors everywhere. Of course, there are a few exceptions. If you are making call to action buttons, this button is called a call to action button, a CTA button. Of course, if you are designing a CTA button, it is normally advisable that you use red, green, or orange. Sometimes you can use yellow depending on the color of your background. If it contrasts well with your background, you can use yellow, but the colors that are mostly being used for call to action buttons are red, green, and yellow, because they are psychological colors, very, very psychological colors. There's a way these colors play on the mind of somebody and make them feel like, there's something here I need to see. There's something here I need to discover. So that is it for the website analysis. Very simple. You need to always remember to keep your website simple. Keep it always very, very simple. I'm going to try to see if okay. Let's go back to our slide and finish up this presentation. So yeah, one of the websites I'd wanted us to look at also is Lyft. Hello.
I can hear
Hello.
you, sir.
We can hear
Okay.
you.
Hi, sir. We can hear you now.
Okay. Yeah. Okay. Let's get on, and I should be able to round up in another 10-15 minutes. Yeah. So stay with me. Let's get this done with. Okay. So what are some of the tools you need in designing a website? I've listed some of the very easy to use tools. Bisola, we attest to it that there was a tool we were using when we started working on our website. It was a very difficult tool, but I wanted her to go through that process so it would be easier for her to use the other simpler tools. But then I
That's
realized that
wickedness. Oh, see, you're not confessing, Abi.
okay. So well, we didn't succeed. We didn't succeed with that too, right? So we had to quickly revert to the simple one, and then in less than 2 weeks, we were up and running. So yes, I've listed some of the very simple tools, easy tools for that we can use to design our website. Now, every time we talk about designing a website, you don't need to start coding. If you read Bisola's excuse me, write up on Facebook, there's the part where she mentioned we don't you don't have to learn how to code to create a website. Of course, you don't have any business with coding, but there's a level where you would want to study to, you want to train or develop your master it to, that you still have to learn a bit of coding. But if you don't want to learn it, you are perfectly all right. You may decide not to learn it for the rest of the times you'll be developing websites. You will just be fine. So one of the tools is Elementor Builder. Elementor Builder is an easy to use tool. I mean, you can be on your laptop and be building the website and be doing it the way you want, and you are seeing the results you want right on your laptop screen or right on your desktop screen. You are seeing it, you are doing it. It's a drag and drop. If I want to put a square, just drag it and drop it there. If I want to put a picture, just drag it and drop it there. If I want to put a text, drag it and drop it. Easy to use, straightforward, straight to the point. There's another one, Thrive Suite. It used to be Thrive Architect, but right now I think they have discontinued the standalone service of Thrive Architect. So what they now do is you have to now purchase the whole suite if you want to have access to Thrive Architect. I think that should cost how much? Okay, what's the price of Thrive Architect now? Okay, I think Thrive Suite costs around $230. Yeah, $228 for a year, and then of course $9 per month. So $228. That's about that's over 100,000 if you are using our exchange, and that's about 100,000 for just a tool. But Elementor, there's a way around it. There's a way we do this that you can get it a bit cheaper. And of course, there is the marketing tools. So for the builders, I would suggest to go for Elementor anytime, any day. And then of course, for marketing tools, if you want to go into email marketing, you want to be able to pull in subscribers into your web or through with your website. You know how you click on those adverts on Facebook and it says click here to download, and then when the download page comes up, it says enter your name, your phone, your email, and all of that. Those are email marketing setups. So it's routed from your website into an email marketing system that stores your details, and then from there I can automatically send out emails to you, and I can schedule emails over time, and then they just keep sending out on their own. Now, one of the cheapest available in the market is SendFox, and I think a lot of people now use SendFox. SendFox, you don't have to subscribe every year. For the first 5,000 people, for the first 5,000 subscribers you're going to have on your list, you pay just about $49, right? Yeah, $49. But if you are increasing for every 5,000 you create, yeah, all right. I think, yeah, because Bisola used that herself. She uses that herself. So for every for every 5,000 contacts you add, you have to pay another $45. But it is once. When you pay it once, you don't have to pay again. The beautiful thing about SendFox is that it is very easy to use. Very, very easy to use. You can set it up yourself and get going. And then there's Sendy. Sendy is a bit technical, but it is also one of the most it is the cheapest that I can think of, but it's a bit technical. Once you pay your $59 one off, you pay only 1 cent to send 1,000 emails. Every time you send 1,000 emails, you are paying just 1 cent. I mean, $1 rather, $1. That's max approximately 500 naira in Nigeria. So imagine you sending 1,000 emails to 1,000 people and paying just 500 naira for that. but it's a bit technical to set that up. So that's why a lot of people don't want to go there, except you are a little bit technically savvy. And then there's ClickFunnels. ClickFunnels is the father of them all. With ClickFunnels, I can sit down and automate my entire marketing process. I mean, just sit down at home, just sit down in one place and just automate everything. But it is amazingly expensive. But then if you think of the profit you'll be getting out of it, especially when you spend in advertising, you might want to consider it as an option for your email marketing generally. Not necessarily email marketing, but for your marketing right now. And then, of course, there's a domain name. You have to get the name of your website. One of the cheapest places you can get at is on Namecheap. They are very reliable for domain, although not for hosting, although they get hosting too. And then hosting, where is your website hosted? The content of your website, where is it? Somebody has to hold it, and then you have to pay for that too. And then some of the most reliable hosts that I have used is Hostinger and Bluehost. Nigeria, although I still have a few clients that I host in Nigeria, but right now I rarely advise clients to host their websites in Nigeria because services can be very unreliable sometimes. And one of the Nigerian hosting I paid for a client's website, and then because the client wasn't paying for services, I wasn't paying, going to that website. And then I made this payment since February. It was yesterday I discovered there was something that wasn't updated on my website, and so they had to take the website down without.
We didn't hear the last thing you said. You said you paid and something happened.
Okay, so I made a payment for a client, and because I wasn't servicing the website, I did not return to that website to check. I just made a payment, and then of course the website was live at the time. It was still live. It hadn't been because the payment hadn't expired when I made that payment. But then something just took me to that website. I decided to just check the website day before yesterday. I decided to check the website again, and I realized that the website had been suspended. So since February, that website hadn't been online, and I didn't know. That's a Nigerian host for you. They sent me only one email to tell me that I needed to update something. And because I missed that single email, that website had been down since February. Nobody told me until I discovered yesterday, before they now reactivated the website and it came back online. So you see, these are one of the downsides of hosting in Nigeria. There are just a whole lot of stories. Sometimes it's customer care. We're trying to reach the customer service to resolve a problem, and then it takes like forever. Meanwhile, if you ask Mr. Bisola uses Bluehost, yes, they are quite expensive, but you enjoy your service. And anytime you need to reach out to somebody, they are a live chat away. You can just click on the live chat button and you're chatting with somebody, and your challenges are being resolved on the spot. The same thing with Hostinger and a lot of hosting platforms that you can use. Now, this, you may not understand this, but don't worry, this is just the beginning. You get to understand them eventually. So yeah, can I take your questions if you have any? I'm just trying to go through my books to be sure I'm not missing anything.
Yes, so let them take questions now. Let them ask questions rather. So these are, for me, okay, I would say I've learned some new things. I've learned a couple of new things. For instance, so I'm just going to summarize all that you shared so that those who probably forgot or who were sleep following or who probably were just being logged in and out. The first thing you said is when people land on one's website, that thing, the reason why they came there, it should be stated clearly. They should know why they are. I don't know. Let me repeat that. If I'm coming to a website to find out about scholarship, I should see the information, and that should be the first thing I see. There shouldn't be any beating about the bush. So the website should be specific and should focus on what the audience expect to get. Now, the colors should align. The brand colors should align. No party should be on the page,
putting on your website disco. are doing disco on the
It
website.
shouldn't be a nursery, neither should it be a dance club. It should be as simple as it can be, so that the audience, I mean, they are not distracted and they are able to focus on what they should focus on. And then the CTA must be clear. The call to action must be clear, and it must be simplified in a way that those who are coming would understand what they are supposed to do. I mean, if you say pick up and there's nothing explicit about pick up, the person might get confused. And you shouldn't build a website based on your level of understanding or your level of reasoning.
Yeah.
Build a website that even if a dummy gets there, the dummy knows what to do. I mean, we're not saying anyone is that, but make sure the website is inclusive. That's something as I picked from what you shared. And I think you then talked about the fact that, yes, there must also be some other sections on the page so as to further encourage whosoever it is that is landing on the page. But the banner, that first section, is the most important part of the website. And of course, you talked about the tools that people should bear in mind, the places where they can get, hosting, domain name, and building their email list, structuring everything, funneling people where they should, be funneled to, and all of that. And I must say you've done a great job. So let's take comment from one person. So it's not like it's only me that came to listen. I want one person to comment. Anybody who comments, bonuses, there are plenty bonuses here. So you better start commenting now. Unmute yourself.
I dropped my question in the chat room.
No, comments before questions. Like, give us a comment about, generally, what did you learn?
Play a lot of bonuses.
All right, sir.
A lot of
I'll say I actually learned a lot. Like, the first part is like, there is need for the banner to be as simple and strategic as possible. Look at the example of the Cold Stone you gave us. It was just kind of too stuffy and everything. Like, anybody visiting the site will be somehow confused. So, and another thing I learned is that,
okay,
sir, can you hear me?
To join.
Can you hear me?
Can you hear?
Hello? Yeah.
Can you hear me? Okay. Yeah. So another thing I learned is that the essence of the site, the importance should be clearly stated. There should be no stories or any irrelevant information. Other things, like you said, other less important information should be below, while the most important information should be at the top.
Yeah.
And then, so you also said something about colors, about the banner, which I think you said the rule of third that the banner should be, that means the banner is going to be split into 3 equal halves. Then a half of the banner is going to be used as the main position. And then you talked about the tools that we can use.
You have said everything. Leave answer for some other people.
Okay.
Is there any other person, Mr. Idris? Do you have anything to share? Or who else? If you don't comment, extra bonuses. Me that I said I was not going to release the replay. If you don't engage, I will not release replay. Oh yeah, engage people. Someone else should make a comment or two. Engage.
Yeah, I learned something.
Okay, tell us what you learned, ma'am.
Now, he talked about the landing page. That's like the first place you get to when you open a website of somebody. So it should give you a clear information of what you are going there to do, and there should be a call to action. That's what will prompt somebody to maybe log into your page, like purchase an item. But the call to action must always be there, and it should be very visible. Then the words that you use should be something catchy, not just something you drop that people will not even understand what the call to action means.
Yeah.
Then he talked about the colors, that you should have a brand color, that it must tally with the, I think, the page or something. The colors and the fonts, they should correlate with each other.
Yeah.
So nothing should be outside the brand.
The reason for this exercise is so that we can remember Some people will not read their note after today, you see. But in your subconscious, let it be that you heard it, you said it, you are not going to forget. You are not going to forget. I mean, let me not start teaching again. Oh. So, questions, time for questions. If you have questions, please, you can type that in the chat, or you can, I'm sure you can see the questions, sir.
Yes, I can.
Okay, great.
I can. Sorry, my network was still acting up, so I had to join with my mobile device. So you may not be seeing my face anymore.
But at least we can hear you.
Yes, it is better. At least we are done with
at
the
least
presentation.
We managed through the hustle, the struggle, and it wasn't bad after all.
Yeah, thank God for that.
When God is here, the devil said go try him own now.
He has to. He has to. Okay, I think somebody asked the question before I went off.
So there are two questions I can see here. I have learned a lot. This is an eye-opener for me. I have learned about user interface, colors for call to action. That's not a question. So the question I see again is, I've never really been on the website training. This training is an eye-opener for me. Okay, there are no questions though. People.
No, I think Adiremi asked the question. Now. Yeah, Adiremi.
When you were mentioning tools, you didn't mention WordPress.
Okay. Oh, okay. So I did not mention WordPress because okay, I should have mentioned WordPress, yeah. But I didn't mention WordPress because of course I'm used to it. So for me, it didn't come across to me as a tool anymore. So yes, WordPress is a very important tool in web design. But then again, WordPress is only a content management platform, which means that just like you can choose where to host your website, you can also choose whether to build your website on WordPress or on any other content management system. That's they call them CMS, content management system. There's Joomla. There's Joomla. There's WordPress, of course, WordPress, Joomla. And I think these are the two most popular. WordPress is the most popular and the most commonly used content management system in the world right now. I think about between 38 and 40% of the websites in the world right now are being hosted on WordPress. Now, of course, it's important to note that WordPress has both .com and .org. That's .com is the one where you where WordPress is hosting for you. So you have to be paying WordPress to be hosting for you, and then .org is the normal one that most people do. You get. So I won't be breaking that down so much. But you can just Google that up and read up on it to understand. And of course, if you don't want to build your website on WordPress, there are a couple of other applications you can use, like Wix. With Wix, you can build your website, Wix, with Squarespace. You can also build with Squarespace. The only limitation with these platforms is that integrations are expensive. So you have to be buying some other things, and then you do not have the freedom you have on WordPress, because you are building on somebody else's land. Somebody else owns the land, but you are building a house on it. Meanwhile, when it comes to WordPress, you can determine how you want to build on top of that land, because the land is not solely owned by somebody else. A lot of people own that land, which could also include you. So you are building on that land, and then you have a little bit much more, or not a little bit, much more freedom with your website and what you do on your website than using those third-party platforms. That's the advantage of WordPress. So yes, you can add that to the list. WordPress, Wix, and Squarespace. Okay, somebody says, as a beginner, where do I start from? As a beginner, where do you start from? Maybe I should share a bit of my story. or okay, so how did I start building websites? I started when I was taking a training with Steve Harris. That was in either 2015 or 2016. I mean, you don't want to know how much you paid for that training that year. But taking a training with Steve Harris, and then at the end of the training, he gave us a challenge and said, you must write one thing that you want to achieve by the end of this training. And I wrote, I wanted to build a website. I wanted to own my own website at the end of the training, because I was already learning a few things about online marketing. I was a digital marketer all the while, so I was beginning to learn about how to use websites to sell, email marketing systems, and all of that. So one of my priorities was to build a website. And then somebody came up in the class and said, "Okay, I'm going to build a website for you. Normally, I would have charged like 100K to build this website, 120K to build this website for each person, but because we're in this class and then it's Steve Harris, I'm going to make this website for everybody for 50,000 naira. So it's like I'm slashing it by 60%. So if you have 50K, drop your 50K between today and tomorrow, and then we can start talking." And then I was scratching my head. I was looking up and down. At that moment, at that time, I was very, very wealthy. Any money left on me. And then 50K wasn't something I wanted to go and start hustling for to build a website. And of course, it will interest you to know that I was working with an IT company at that time. I was working with a company. And then but I was working in the brand and marketing communications department, doing the social media thing, the communications thing. So we're into with the coding and all of that. But then when this thing came and I realized I didn't have money, and I realized that if I didn't meet up with my challenge, I'm going to have to pay Steve Harris 10,000 naira for not meeting up with my challenge. I decided I was going to learn it myself. The wahala started. I thought it was going to be easy. Then I realized that I needed to buy host. I needed to buy Tribe Architect. At that time, Tribe Architect wasn't suited with the other products. So I realized that I needed to buy Tribe Architect for $61 at that time. I realized I needed to buy hosting. I cannot remember how much I spent on hosting that time. I remember that I needed to buy a domain name. So these things weren't free. So by the time I finished my calculation, I spent over 50,000 naira. The 50,000 naira that I was supposed to pay somebody to learn the thing. I am not calculating the times I spent. I am not calculating the frustrations I went through. Like there were times I literally just wanted to carry my laptop and throw it on the ground. Like, what is this? Why is it so difficult? My eyes were hurting. In the internet, the money I spent on internet, and I did this thing for 6 before I could get my first website up. So interestingly, it turned out that Steve Harris was just wanted to challenge us. He actually refunded our 10,000 naira. I actually decided to settle because I realized that I couldn't raise that money, and like my website was behind schedule. So I paid the 10,000. He refunded our 10,000 and told us he just wanted to challenge us to do something. So he gave me a lot more. That training was over, and then for the next 6 months, I spent a whole lot of money. I remember. I can't remember how much I paid that year to attend one on Obidi's trainings in Lagos, just so that I could. Now that training wasn't about website development, but I needed of that training to add to what I was doing. I remember I had to pay for that training. The payment part of it. It is interesting. I mean, know that if you want to get knowledge, be ready. One of Steve Harris's training now should be like training I attended about 5 years ago. I think right now it's 250,000, if I'm not mistaken. And then after that training, a mentorship Harris will cost you about $1 million plus, if I'm not mistaken. But people pay for these things. People pay for them. I just wanted a component of this training. I paid for it. I remember paying I think the next year, I remember same training. He does that training in December. I don't know if he still does that training in December. Now, the next time he was doing lot, I was doing things already, but I still attended that training. I still of that training. There's that point where you have to come to make up. You have to make up your mind to say, okay, even if I don't have all the money, now I'm going to look for the places where I'm not going to have to put my money there. Look at what Bisola is doing for us now. You are getting so much. You're going to have to listen to Emeka Nobi, Paul Fo, and then of course a lot of other people. I mean, these are the Sam Ebims. These are the very prominent people I know that have done this thing. So yeah, that was how I started my journey into web design. So if you want to start, two things. You have determination to learn. And then if you want to do it yourself, you have to go through the process. There are videos on YouTube that will teach you. Ready to go through the process. Then if you want somebody to teach you to go through the process, it is a process. It's a commitment you have to. Because even with teaching, you're going to get frustrated at some point, but you are still going to have to come in with that mindset of I am ready to learn this. And settled. Bisola paid for me to teach her website. She paid for me to teach her to train her website. So that's it basically. That's the question. And for a beginner,
and I was frustrated a
a
lot of times, the time zone thing. There was one day like that we're going to have misunderstanding on top of this whole website.
Yes.
My head was really aching me. And then it was in the middle of the semester, and it was really challenging, I must say. It was really challenging, I tell you, boss.
So that's
but we're here.
Of course, you see what she has done with the website, and she's still doing it. The interesting part, I'm not a tutor that will just leave you. I'm going to have to stand there.
Yes, I can attest to that. You are so kind. I mean, you
I want
even do past me, Seth. You go not do my assignment for me. Me, I can't do that though.
Okay, so that's the question for both. I think that's the question. Oyebanji and then for starters, where do we start? So basically, that's one of the things I advise you to do now is you have Google, you have a mobile phone, get on the phone and to build website. I had a book I wrote.
Yeah.
It should be 4 or 5 years ago. And me give out the copy of that book. I don't know if I can still find it. To give it out. I don't know. Maybe I should.
You can help us get the book ready and share us a link to your landing page or your email list for them to get it, right?
For them to get it. Okay. Mm-hmm.
So I can add that to the bonuses that I will send to them before tomorrow's session.
Yeah.
That is to only those who came live.
To those who came live. Okay.
Yes.
Okay. It's okay, but my website is down, so I'll find a way around it. My website is currently very down. I'm trying to adjustments, maybe get a new domain name entirely or something. I'll see to that. I'll prepare that book and I'll prepare that book and share.
So one more thing, would you like to share with them your social media contact or handle, or maybe a phone number, if of course you desire to do that? So
okay, yeah. All right. So stories, especially in the last 1 year, my life is full of stories. You won't find me on Instagram, right? I used to be very active on Instagram, but you'll find me on Instagram.
Big people who are making big money, you don't see them online. It's funnel. Don't be us when we say, but they stay one place.
So Of course, we'll just let's laugh over that. That's not the reason, though. I'm sure we know that's not the reason. Yeah. So yes, you won't find me on YouTube, on Twitter, me on Facebook. How be it? I am not on Facebook. So if you leave me a message on Facebook and I don't respond hours, don't be angry. I come on to once in 24 hours, once every 24 hours. So if I just get everything done, and then I need to do. I mean, for me, it's a lot more business right now. It's about a relationship with my maker, priority for me right now. So yeah, and of course that most of my success has come from that relationship with the Holy Spirit. That has been a major plus. Don't joke with that. So yes,
please capitalize it, oh Holy Spirit. Let's loud it.
yes,
No
yes.
shrinking.
That's a priority for. He's a priority for me.
Yeah.
Not asking me to do. I'm not going to move ahead. If he's not asking me to take this customer, if he's not asking me to go ahead with this project, I am moving an inch from where I am. I sit where I am. So yeah, so you can get me on Facebook live. I'm current. That's the only social media network. You're only LinkedIn, but I'm not active on LinkedIn. Yeah. So yes, Facebook. You find me on Facebook. Of course, that's Sam Onaivi. If you just search for Sam, please, I have hundreds of friends requests attending to. I will not attend to. I'm likely not going to attend to a lot of. If you want me to add you on my list, send me a message. Whilst you send a friend's request, so that I will know and add to my friends. Of course, like I post up my Facebook page. If you scroll down that page, you see content. Up until mid last year, I was a lot into digital marketing. So if you want to marketing, you are going to get and be full on my Facebook page. Down and read. You're going to learn a whole lot of content. I can boast of that myself. So yeah, that's it. And yeah, I'm on WhatsApp. So if you want to take my WhatsApp number, let me try to type that out. Yeah, I'm on 070300722. I am very accessible on WhatsApp. How be it in quickly. Don't worry, come online. But yeah, I'm very, very active. Yes, so those are the two places you're going to find me right now. Not even on the mailing list. I'll get the mailing list ready by tomorrow. So we'll just set up something and then we can share the book from there. Yeah, I think that's it.
Okay, I guess our folks have gotten enough value. So I want everybody to be unmuted and just say, thank you so much for impacting, for sharing, for giving value. Just say something beautiful. Thank you so much for impacting, for sharing, and for giving massive value. So everyone be unmuted and let's say that together. 1, 2, ready, go. Thank you so much for impacting, for sharing, and for giving value.
Thank you so much for giving value.
Start again.
Really appreciate it.
Start again.
Thank you so much.
2, ready, go. Thank you so much for sharing, impacting, and for giving value. Military approach. Oh, if you don't talk, you know you're gonna get bonus. Thank you so much, Mr. Sam Onaivi. I need to show my face and say that personally, I am very particular about, bringing people who have touched my own life to speak to my tribe or to the people who are looking to get clarity. I don't take relationship for granted, and I must say that Mr. Sam is one amazing connection from 2020. And he's such a powerful, such an inspiring. I mean, when you know someone is just cool, calm, and collected. In fact, if he's not married there, I beg, I have a sister that can enroll. I'm just saying that godly is friendly. Well, of course, nobody is perfect, but he's such an amazing soul. As in, when you have an instructor that is willing to teach and share God, that is who he is. And so if you want to work with anybody or follow anybody, follow people who are not just after the money, but who are, of course, who want to make money, but who are so passionate about, giving people clarity and helping people's lives to get better. And that person is Mr. Sam Onaivi. So thank you so much. Me amigo. No. Make I not spoil my my Spanish. Mi amigo. Yeah. Mi amigo. Thank you so much. At the practice. Okay, everyone. Thank you so much for those who joined to the very end. Let me see those who joined. They are the ones that I will send bonus to. Those who did not join to the end, they're on their own. They're on their own. I'm so
have mercy
happy
on
to
them.
have you here, sir. Now we need to do military approach a little now, so folks can sit up. You can't say you want to make money and be sleeping on a bicycle. Everybody's busy, and you need to get people's attention. How do we get people's attention when we ourselves we have not gotten hold of ourselves? Our attention is divided, and you cannot get people's attention. You can't give what you don't have.
What you don't have.
And I truly believe that. I mean, this is the beginning of greatness for everyone here, and for those who would even sign up before the masterclass ends. Thank you so much, sir. We appreciate you.
Thank you so much, ma'am. And it's been nice working with you. Thank you so much.
I know, right? Hey, now it's been nice working with me. Go give me an award, though.
Yes, sir.
I not be crazy student, but I be good
student.
Thank God. Thank God. Because myself, I know say I get excesses, but for it to come from a patient person like you, I'm so happy. I'm so happy. Thank you everyone for coming tonight, and we hope to see you tomorrow. There will be 2 sessions tomorrow, one with Damilol. Sorry, let me share my screen so that you can quickly catch the faces of those who will be speaking tomorrow. Okay, I hope I can. Sorry, I think I'm sharing something else. Wrong share, but I'm going to share that via email if I can do that here. So I don't want to take any of our time. I will just say good night, everyone. If you can show your face before we go, let's just see each other's face, and then we say good night from this part of the world. Where are the faces? Abi, are you tying wrapper? Please tie wrapper. Confession time. Okay, guys, make sure you come live and alive tomorrow. You have no idea what you are in for. I know all of these people, and I can tell you that this is the beginning of greatness. So come ready, come alive, come prepared, come excited, come full of energy, and see, this is the beginning. Let me stop talking before I turn this to another coaching call. Good night, everyone. Bye.